Okay, next up is FUBAR 2, and this is the sequel to the uproariously fun and hilarious 2002 mockumentary about two loser slacker beer drinking headbangers named Dean and Terry living out their seemingly mundane, uninteresting, nothing to do life in Western Canada, but yet that's the thing with a movie like this, you can make anything mundane and droll into something entertaining. The first film was a huge cult favorite all across Canada, and its popularity here has grown over time as well. Paul Spence and David Lawrence are indeed back as Dean and Terry respectively, who we last saw 8 years ago with Dean winning a fight from cancer and resuming his party-hardy lifestyle afterwards. Now, of course, in this film, reluctant comrade Tron, who of course felt betrayed by in the first film, thinks he could hook the two up with jobs as well. They need money. Pretty much living this lifestyle has taken the toll on these two, and they can barely afford any beer is what I'm assuming, so there you go. But sadly they take what he says somewhat out of context, and things start spinning out of control. These two characters, however, are so likable and so energetic and emotion-filled in their stupidity that you just can't help but like them. You can't help feel for them. You laugh when they laugh. You feel sad when they're sad, or bad when they feel bad, and you just feel like you're having fun when they're having fun. I like the fact that these two, they played these characters on commercials and whatnot, and before and since, and they've really just come to identify with them. I think that it's not too far from who they really are. I've never really seen either two of them in person or on anything other than the FUBAR films or the commercials, but they just seem to really capture the personality of this movie too. This also drives home the attributes of friendship, and that's another thing I like about this movie too. It kind of reminds me in a way of Wayne's World, where they take these two not so bright headbangers, and they mold them into real likable and lovable characters that really resound well on screen. Now these two are a bit more raunchier than Wayne and Garth, but at the same time they have that mentality where they're just trying to live their life, and even though society might deem it not so good. Now Spence and Lawrence have as much fun doing this as we are watching it, and that makes for the experience, no matter how ridiculous at times, just seem interactive. FUBAR 2 succeeds in new developments and succeeds in the same realms that the first film did. What it does here is that it takes them in their same setting but puts them in a different matter. Now that's why it's still familiar, but it's different. It's the same, but it's new. The dialogue, they kind of, it seems so real. It seems so natural. But yet at the same time, I'm laughing hysterically. But in this thing, with a movie like this, it's not a simple brain candy, laugh out loud, slapstick comedy like you see with Hot Tub Time Machine or something like that. This is a film that you really have to look for the humor deep inside. And if you really just watch this film, you will laugh at even the littlest things they do in this movie. And that's what the first one did, and that's what this one does too. I gave the first FUBAR film 4 stars out of 5, and I'm giving this FUBAR film 4 stars out of 5.